My old teachers spent an hour humiliating me for dropping out of high school, not knowing I left to run a $10 million company. I was nervous to go back to my old high school, but there was no way I was going to miss my little sister's academic award ceremony. I'd dropped out sophomore year when my app exploded and investors started offering me money, but I never told anyone back home because my former bullies don't deserve to know about my success. When I saw my old teachers near the punch bowl, I tried to stay invisible, but my history teacher spotted me immediately and her face twisted with disgust. Well, look who decided to show her face, she announced loudly enough for other parents to hear. The dropout returns. I hope you're not here asking for your transcript because that ship has sailed. Some mistakes can't be undone. She looked me up and down with disgust. Still dressing like a teenager, I see. That's what happens when you don't finish growing up properly. I smiled and said I was just here for my sister, but that made her angrier. My old math teacher joined in immediately. Your poor sister, having to carry the burden of your failure. She's probably working twice as hard to make up for the shame you brought on your family. He shook his head dramatically. I remember when you had potential. Now look at you, probably still living in your parents' basement, mooching off them while your sister actually accomplishes something. The English teacher grabbed my arm when I tried to walk away. Don't you dare run from this conversation like you ran from your education. You need to hear this. She squeezed harder, her nails digging in. Every time I see a homeless person, I think of my former students who dropped out. That'll be you soon if it isn't already. What do you even do all day? Play video games while your sister studies? When I mentioned I was doing well, the math teacher laughed so hard he spilled his coffee. Doing well? What's that mean? You got a job at McDonald's? Maybe made shift manager? He turned to the growing crowd of teachers. This is what we mean when we talk about wasted potential. She thought she was too good for school, and now she's probably on food stamps. The principal arrived and joined the pile on. I heard you were back. Security almost didn't let you in because you're not a student or graduate. He addressed the other teachers and said, this is what failure looks like. She threw away her future for what? Probably got pregnant or involved with Dr. Args. That's usually why girls drop out. The history teacher grabbed my phone when it buzzed with a work notification. Let's see what's so important. Probably your dealer or your baby daddy. She read the screen and laughed. CEO? Is that what you call your boyfriend? How pathetic. Making up titles to feel important. She threw my phone on the ground, the screen cracking. Oops, but you can't afford a new one anyway. The math teacher decided to make an announcement to the whole reception. Parents, let this be a lesson. This former student dropped out thinking she knew better than us. Now she crashes events to feel connected to success she'll never have. Your children could end up like her if they don't value education. He pointed at me like I was an exhibit. Failure has a face and it's standing right there. The English teacher pulled out scissors from her desk drawer nearby. You know what? Your hair is as messy as your life. Let me fix something about you. She actually grabbed my hair and cut off a chunk before I could pull away. There, now your outside matches your inside. Broken and worthless. Other teachers laughed and applauded. The history teacher poured her entire cup of red punch over my head, the sticky liquid running down my face and staining my blazer. You smell like failure anyway. Might as well look like it too. This is what dropouts deserve. She then slapped me across the face, hard. That's for wasting my time trying to educate you. I should send your parents a bill for all the resources you stole from deserving students. The crowd of teachers cheered. The principal grabbed my wrist and started dragging me toward the exit. You're traumatizing the successful students with your presence. Get out before you infect them with your failure. When I resisted, he twisted my arm behind my back. Should I call the police? Trespassing is a crime. Your sister will be so humiliated when you're arrested at her ceremony. The math teacher added one final insult as they surrounded me. The saddest part is you probably tell yourself you made the right choice, but everyone here knows you're a cautionary tale, a waste of oxygen who threw away her only chance at a real life. Your sister must be so ashamed to share DNA with you. I bet she tells people you died rather than admit you're a dropout loser. That's when my sister appeared, fresh from taking photos with her award, and saw me surrounded by teachers with punch dripping from my hair and a chunk of it missing. What the hell is going on here? She pushed through them and grabbed my hand, taking in my destroyed appearance. Why don't you tell them the truth about what you've been doing since you left? Tell them about your company. The teachers all stared at me, barely breathing. Full story on the channel below.